So I just had you express why you love this. I want you to express to them, to your fans, and to anybody who watches this, what is your cause? Like, what is your why?
Um, well, besides the obvious fact that I love this, and like music is really dang near life for me. Um, there's so many different reasons. First reason is let's go with the first one. I had to teach myself the purpose of. I had to find my purpose, and the first and second reason kind of intertwine with each other. My purpose and my reason, I found that after my son died, that I wanted to make him proud. I wanted to um, show him. I wanted to show the world that God turned a tragedy into a great success, and there's nothing I don't think that I could experience that'll be worse than him passing. Um, so with that being the case, I just wanted to show, like, I've been criticized. People have said, like, for example, I got married the day of his funeral, and people will be like, "Well, why would you do that?" Like, and then they would criticize me for it, and I'm just be like, "Well, honestly, I didn't do it for you. You know, I did it for, I did it for Junior. I did it for God, and I did it for us. I did it for Destiny and I because it meant something to us. If you don't understand it, and if you don't like it, well, it's not for you. It's for us. It's for them. The meaning is higher, and I had to start thinking higher than just intermediate thinking and beginning thinking. I had to start to think advancedly. So, um, Junior is a big reason and purpose for me doing this. He helped me realize my true purpose on this world, in this world, and on this earth. So, um, God is a huge purpose because when I started making music at first, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people weren't rocking with me back then, but um, my music was real worldly. Talking about um, all night. Like all night was one of my bigger hits back in the day, and it was talking about. You know what all night was talking about. Come on now, it's talking about a girl, me getting down all night. So that's pretty much what that was. And then you had aggression, and it was like talking about. I was talking about I was gonna whoop up on somebody. Like my music was just out there. Like and it fit into the world. Trust me, it totally fit into the world because that's what they talk about. They're gonna bust a dude head, bust a cap in somebody butt. They gonna get a girl from the club, take her home, do this and that with her. It was real worldly. My music was like that, and God helped me realize that, like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What type of role model am I if I do that? What type of person would I be if I conformed to that style? Like, I feel like God put me on this earth for something huge, and for me to just completely rap about nonsense my entire time of rapping, what does that accomplish? How am I going to stick out in that way? All I'm doing is rapping about the same stuff everybody else rapping about. So, I rapped about my life too. I rapped about real situations. I always had that a part of me, but I was half and half, and I can't be half and half. I gotta be all in, I gotta be all right. So, right now I rap about my life, and my life is revolved around God. So in a lot of my music, you're gonna hear about God because that's who I'm revolved around. But at the same time, if you don't hear about God in the song, like I just did in my All I Know challenge. I'm not a Christian rapper. I'm a rapper that's a Christian. And with that being the case is you're not going to hear God in every single song. But you're going to hear him a lot, you know. But every single song I have is not going to talk about God. Like if I'm talking about how I love my wife, you know, I might say thank you God for giving me her, but the song is not going to be about her. I mean, God is going to be about my wife. So, you know, it's, you know, Junior, God, and then kind of what I was talking about just then, how it intertwines with it, is how would you look at me when I'm done with this music? How would the legacy be left behind? Who am I affecting with this music? If I was to ever get big in that field when I was doing that type of music, how could I live with myself knowing that I'm sending people down the same path that every other rapper out here is sending the people down? They live in false lies. They telling people they doing things that they're really not doing. And then if they are doing it and they are sleeping with all these women and they are doing all these things, what does that mean? That's not what God intended. God didn't intend for us to have 1,000 partners. Now, if that's what you do, don't get me wrong. I'm not judging you. You do what you do. But I'm just saying that's not who I am. I don't live like that. You know, that's not my style. As you can see, I'm married. So I just want the kids to know that there's different ways. I want people to know that every black man that came from the hood, or every black man period, is not the same. We are different. We are evolved. People look at us like primates. People look at us like we are like the most undeveloped human beings on earth. Like we're nothing. And if we don't change that perception, that's how they're going to look at us forever. We can't ask for equality and then be acting like animals. Who's going to give us equality then? Who's going to give us equality if we shooting up our own people? Who's going to give us equality if we burning down buildings because we don't like something? There's better ways, and I'm just trying to show that everybody's not the same. And I want the kids that grow up in the hood to know that when they make this rap music, they don't have to talk about drugs, money, girls, cars, you know, stuff like that. I want them to know that they can talk about positivity. They can talk about having a fantastic day. They can talk about God. They can talk about something that don't got to do with negativity. They can make stories in their music. There's so many different things that you can do with this music, and that's what I'm here for, to show that there's a different way, and that even if I can touch one kid, who knows what that kid can be. Maybe that kid grows up to be the United States president. Maybe that kid becomes a senator. Maybe that kid becomes the next rap star who actually touches somebody. You know, whatever I can do to make positivity in this world, that's what I'm living for now. And so that's my cause, is for the future. My cause is to make the future brighter, and to save as many people as I can save.